from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
New for you at noon. North Dakota's favorite football player, Carson Wentz, is cleared to start for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. He's slated to come back this week after he tore his ACL and LCL on December 10th of last year in a game against the LA Rams. We'll have more on his return this evening in our Valley News Live Sports. And now taking a live look outside, it feels like a shock to the system. After a day of record-setting high temps, Mother Nature is almost slapping us back to reality. For what we can expect today, let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Yeah, it does feel chilly out there. Even I know what the temperature is, and walking out, it does feel quite chilly to be out there without a jacket or that extra layer on here this afternoon now. And we're looking at some cloud cover also kind of creating more of a gloom and preventing that sun from warming us up too much as well. So you can see there's a lot of clouds around the valley. There are places where there are breaks in the clouds over by Jamestown and down toward Ellendale, Northern Valley along the Canadian border too. And of course, you could see the rain down in the Southern Valley here this morning. So we're going to focus on that area for a moment, down by Fergus Falls and into the Wheaton area, stretching back over to near Sisseton. A couple of areas in yellow and orange indicating some moderate rain, but mainly this is pretty light stuff, that nuisance kind of rain as it rolls to the east. Our temperatures are in the 40s to 50s. We haven't done much warming at all through the morning hours. 49 in Fargo and 48 in Grand Forks. Winds still out of the north, and at times we're still getting that breeze up to 20 miles per hour. So look at the rest of the day. We've got some clouds overhead now. I'm hoping we'll get to see some sunshine later this afternoon, and temperatures eventually on their way up into the low 60s here in the Southern Valley. But it's going to be a struggle for many of us. I think there's going to be a lot of 50s reported here today for highs. We'll let you know if we've got any warmer weather coming up in your extended planner in just a few minutes.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Lisa. Authorities in East Grand Forks are looking for a man involved in a high-speed chase into Grand Forks. On Saturday, the Grand Forks Police Department took over the chase near 42nd Street and Demers Avenue. The vehicle involved was a maroon Suburban with North Dakota plates. After the chase started, a decision was made to stop it near the Columbia Road overpass because of safety concerns. If anyone has any information, they're urged to contact the Grand Forks or East Grand Forks police. The case of a Fargo woman whose baby was cut from her womb is headed to court this week. William Hain goes on trial tomorrow for conspiracy to commit murder. He pleaded guilty earlier this month to kidnapping and providing false information to law enforcement in the August 2017 death of Savannah Graywind. But he says he did not plan the murder. Hain's former girlfriend, Brooke Cruz, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder and 2 other charges. She's now serving life in prison without parole. Graywind was 8 months pregnant when she vanished in August of 2017. Her body was found 8 days later in the Red River. The baby was found healthy at the home of Cruz and Hain and is now in the custody of the father. One person is dead after a vehicle crashed into a tree and caught fire. The Becker County Sheriff's Office says it happened yesterday morning just north of Frazee on County Road 29. 2 people were in the vehicle. Both were airlifted to a hospital in Fargo where the driver was pronounced dead. No names have been released. 1 car is totaled after it started on fire just before midnight. It happened at 2777 34th Street South in Moorhead by the interstate. The fire department says when they arrived on scene, everyone was out of the car and flames were shooting from the engine. The fire was quickly under control. Authorities have figured out the sticky substance that closed down a North Dakota road for hours, and it was molasses. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says parts of I-94 and other highways near Mandan were shut down on September 13th for roads covered with some sticky goop. A hazmat team was called in to investigate. Eventually, they learned there was no threat to the public and the road could reopen. Cody Hatson-Bueller of Mandan is responsible for spreading the molasses on the road when his tank leaked. He was using the sticky stuff as cattle feed. He was cited for having a leaky load. With catastrophic flooding from Florence spreading across North Carolina, around-the-clock rescue operations are still underway. The city of Wilmington cut off. No way in, no way out. Now, dire warnings that things could get even worse. Craig Melvin has more on this destruction.
The brunt of Florence may be waning, but the problems are far from over here in the Carolinas. Rivers swollen from all the rain, now causing catastrophic flooding. And officials say the worst is still ahead, even urging people not to travel. Close to 1,000 water rescues have been made in North Carolina alone, and many more people need help. Rescue crews still helping those who could not get out on their own.
Floodwaters are still raging across parts of our state, and the risk to life is rising with the angry waters.
Nearly 15,000 people are already staying in 150 shelters across the state, while the Marine Corps is conducting rescue operations out of Camp Lejeune, keeping a sharp eye out for those in danger. In Jacksonville, North Carolina, Chris Ray has already returned to find his home destroyed.
Hopefully FEMA helps. Not just me, but every other citizen around here gets the help that we need.
By the time this storm ends, Florence will have dumped 40 inches of rain on southeastern North Carolina. Mandatory evacuations have been ordered for hundreds of people who live within a mile of the Cape Fear River in Wilmington. That river expected to crest at 62 feet Tuesday morning, nearly double its normal flood stage.
This storm has never been more dangerous than it is right now.
There is so much water in the coastal city that no one can get to it.
Our roads are cut off. There's no access to Wilmington today.
The city now basically an island, cut off from the world. I surveyed a flooded neighborhood with New Hanover County Commission Chairman Woody White.
Where'd all this water come from?
This is rainfall over the last 12 to 20 hours.
We found Chris Tyner trying to jumpstart a flooded truck. It stalled out when he was trying to drive his family to safety.
I'm from Wilmington. I've been through every hurricane since the 70s, and I've never experienced anything like this before.
How fast did it come in?
Like lightning. It was kind of scary that it happened so sudden.
Though the storm came in swiftly, it will likely take months to overcome damage like this.
If you had to do it all over again, would you have?
Not at all.
You would have still ridden it out?
I would have still written it out. I made a choice to stay. God is on my side. Got nothing to fear.
Emergency officials say if you see water on the roadways, simply turn around, don't drown.